Okay, my name is Nina, my husband Chris, Ocala Fresh Produce and Deli. This is the ribbon cutting CEP. I think this is 2015, don't quote me on the month. We also own Ocala Downtown Diner, which is directly across the street. It's new as of November, and I'm sure quite a few of you guys have been there. My presentation isn't exactly about the business. So as we go through it, I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, here you can see this is, I'm going to go a little forward. This is in the beginning. This is what it actually looked like when we started our business. It's, I think it was tires and rims. You can see the color. It's sat empty for a couple of years. So it's actually a tire and rim. It was a gas station. That's what it's always been. That's the front. There's the side. That's the bays. That's where we had the ribbon cutting. Completely gas station. Nothing to do with diner or deli. All right, here's us. Cute. Let's go back. That was cute, yeah. So you can see that it had the metal doors. Parking lot's terrible. This was a 3-month remodel. Chris and I worked for the prison system for quite a few years, cashed in my retirement. Chris and I did everything from concrete walls to sheetrock. We did everything. We had a great landlord. He pulled the permits. He was he has a construction company. So anything that we couldn't do, he came in and did. We did everything. Okay, so skip forward. This is what it looks like now. You can see the inside completely remodeled. We've did put chairs and painted and built these little cooler systems. We went to the city probably a year after we opened and asked about the parking for how many people we could seat. So we built this ginormous deck to accommodate the customers. So it looks really nice. So we had good parking, good seating. We were ready to go. All right, so that's a little bit more of it. Then we fast forward, next business, November. Here we start. Fresh new business, has been vacant also for 2 years, so we had to go through a complete remodel. That's what it looked like on both sides. We had to cut in a door because there was only one door on one side of the building. We had to get permission from the city to do that. There's lots of things when you start cutting into the building. This is what the inside looked like. It's been since '56. This building's been there, so it was a little dilapidated. We had to redo the floors. We had to bring it up to code. You can see in the background we had holes in the walls. We had to redo the floors, the walls, the ceiling. All of that was tore out. There's the wall as we completed it. We built the bar, tiled the floor. Cute sign we had painted. Our logo. This is a potential next project, okay? We don't like to go into a building that is, a strip mall. We want standalone, old, bring it back to life, Ocala, bring back the life. And this building is right next to the diner. Okay, same concept here. You got the rolled doors, you got the old inside building. This is a gym. This was the Flour Bakery prior to that. Whenever you go to the city and you want to start a business, you have to change the occupancy. So we went from tires and rims to deli. When we did that, that means 1960s bathroom that was, what was it? 50 inches? No, it was 60 inches, 61 inches. No, 59 inches, it had to be 60 inches. Either way, we had to trim 1 inch off of the bathroom wall in order to be compliant with the city. This building is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be, you're going to have to figure out the parking, you're going to have to figure out the seating, you're going to have to figure out the bathrooms. And what Chris and I have discovered through our 2 entrepreneur businesses is that if he works for parking and he works for permitting, and I go and ask him a parking question and say, how many seats can I have? How many toilets do I need? He's going to give me an answer. And I'm going to build it. And then this guy's going to come in and he's going to tell me, you have the right amount of parking, but your bathroom is too small. You're going to have to add another bathroom. And here we went through a complete remodel. So I'm here today to see if you guys know of an advocate for the city, someone who, for lack of a better word, the gray area. If someone came with a proposal and said, I want to remodel this building, I want to put 49 seats, I want to repave the parking lot, I want to add these bathrooms, and the right answer is to say 53 parking spots and 3 bathrooms, I want someone to say, this is what you need to do. You need to change your plan for this, or you need to lessen that or add this, without going through trial and error, because Chris and I are the ones who are having to build. We're doing the remodel. We're not a big industry. We're not rich. We took our retirement, our credit cards, and we built a business. We made a little bit of money, we built another business, and we want to move on to the third business because that's the only way you make money, if you have a few of everything. So I am here to see if any of you guys know a book to buy, a person to see, a plan for any of that.
Can you also talk about what the concept is for the new building?
Oh, well, that's secret. I don't have to tell you for that. This concept is probably a little bit more high end. We have a deli, we have a diner. We really want to bring something a little bit more, like maybe white tablecloth, but still sporty, maybe with some local beers. Maybe, maybe if we build a deck out on this, closed it in as we do at the deli with some sort of Florida material, maybe turn this into the kitchen, because really it's not like the diner, we don't need that small area. I think Chris measured, what, 3,000 square feet on that? And it was the old Flowers Bakery, so here are all the roll doors. On the other side there's roll doors. It could be really nice. I mean, platform, you could, like he has the pallet wood, you could pallet wood the entire thing. You could, there's a ton of things, maybe some high-end pizza. I know there's a lot of pizza, but there's not fancy pizza. So we have fancy pizza, some seafood. I mean, there's a ton of things, but really before we get started on anything else, we really have to have a plan and you can have this many parking spots, not come in later. You need to dig up your foundation and put in another toilet. This, when we were at the diner, same aspect. We built the deck. They came in, they said, you have to have another bathroom. That building's from 1950. There's no adding another bathroom. There's no square footage to put a bathroom in. It's contaminated ground. I know you guys know the runoff. You can't bust into the concrete. There's no putting another toilet in. Thank God we fall under the Department of Ag because we have that large produce section. And even though it doesn't look like we have a lot, we sell a lot. We only sell sandwiches between a certain amount of hours. So luckily we fall under the Department of Agriculture, and that kept us from the toilet. But this is not going to be the Department of Ag, so we're going to have a big problem. We need a good foundation, a good plan before we, I mean, we've only been in business at the diner 4 months. So this is a couple of years, a year at least. I don't want to do the last two things, 3 months, let's decide to start a business and jump into it. So this is going to be a year, maybe 2 years down the road, but I want to get a handle on it before.